Okay, welcome back to Let's Play Kingdoms of Amalur. And whatever, and the last time we went through this mine, it doesn't appear to have any missions or anything connected to it. Just went through it, had some cool stuff. So we now have a neat little dagger, set of daggers. Oh, this is from our level up. It's really cool. And I'm wondering if these special moves are due to our weird nature, or if that's something anybody can do. Okay. Hello. I love the facial expressions in this game. There are a limited number of them, but they did them so well.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh?
What's a
Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things.
I think that symbol means this is a conversation that could choose a direction.
Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes.
I don't know for sure.
He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now.
What makes you think he's dead?
The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes' success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that.
The cards?
You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently.
Can you give me some help?
I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever.
Okay. I was dead too.
You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Here we go.
Your train is here. Let's finish this. Your future is running out. Time for the train.
Here we go. Okay, X. We're doing extra damage somehow. Okay. Mouse 2. Almost. And he's...
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
I mean, certainly the well caused that, right?
Hughes may have brought you back to life, but that was still part of fate's plan. Nothing short of a god can do what you did. Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
Do you always see death?
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths.
Yay, so fun. Is this why Hughes
That
sent me?
would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
I think... I don't believe in fate.
That's fine, but you don't have to. But I can see that you're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your thread in the weave of fate. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
You can't see my
Fate's
face?
weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just... missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
You're the player character. You get to choose your own class. Okay. So these are the ones we can choose. We're probably going to take the rogue. Now, there are the pure paths, like the fighter path, which it gives you chance to stun, last stand, increased stun duration, more block, better with shields and such. And the pure finesse, which is, let's see, range damage, critical hit stuff, piercing damage, damage resistance while dodging, evasion. Yeah. And sorcery is all magic. You get increased elemental damage, mana cost reduction, mana regen, increased duration, and you get blinks. And Echoes of Fate, chance to spawn a Fate Echo ally per kill. And then you have the finesse, the blends. This might be what we're doing. Because this one's going to be a little bit of a mix. You get a blink, you get some critical hit bonuses, you get some elemental damage, piercing damage. It isn't range, so this might be what we're doing, because I'm going to focus on melee. Drain mana. And then Might Sorcery, which is turn damage into mana. That's interesting. Blinking, Harmonic Overload. Oh, when you kill people, they explode. And the Blade Master stuff. I'm guessing those are the Fey Blades. Yeah, I'm probably going to stay daggers. Which is physical damage, chance to steal health, gold drops. And then we get the mix, which would be interesting, except I'm not all that interested in a lot of the fighter stuff. I guess I could put into Harpoon a bit and unlock some of the higher level things. Unlocks all weapon mass. This is just bonus melee, bonus range, bonus magic. Equip requirements reduced, +3 to all skills. Damage, total resistance, chance to critical hit. We probably still wouldn't be able to get a lot of the max. It also requires a lot more points to get to. Anyway, we are going to equip Rogue for now. What did you see?
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, Or there's something very wrong with you.
I could say you're terrible at this. What does this mean?
It could mean nothing. Or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that. Or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings. But we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower.
Okay. Who's Arden?
You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Joven. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good fate weaver. But that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these.
And what about Fate Weavers?
The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon.
How old are you?
Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate, measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become.
Interesting.
Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working.
And the Tuatha?
The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human.
Oh, that's
That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
okay. Goodbye.
What could this all mean?
I mean, we got Faye acting weirdly. We got my character. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this world. Here we go.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olain's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Lore stones are interesting. Like I said, if you get all of them in one set, you get a bonus. I can't remember if that bonus is just more XP or something more substantial. I'm probably going to try to opt for come on, get around the fence. Alchemy. Because it makes potions. And I tend to use a lot of potions. Then again, sagecraft is like what you use to create things to boost your gear. And of course, blacksmithing will help you make gear.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your
Suspicious.
business. Go on.
Large bundle of people. Ooh, crates. Crates with gold in them. Oh no. Huh. Oh no. Please tell me I don't have to do all that again. Exit. Yes. Load. Oh, there is a Dalentarth autosave. Cool.
Herc will
good.
protect us.
Herc will protect us. Let's go talk to Herc. Herc seems busy. Let's
Keep
talk to
moving.
Awen.
This business doesn't concern you. Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along. No reason to be out in the open with the Red Legion about.
Wait, the Red Legion? The Fae?
Bandits, but no ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red the Dead Idward. They say he drinks the blood of his captives, that he consumes their souls. Or perhaps those are just rumors.
Let's go with the
You
second
should be
one.
fine if you stay inside the village. Once you go beyond the boundaries of Gorhart, however, your life is in your hands.
And the Fae?
What are they? I'm not sure, but they've been here for longer than any of us can imagine. They're older than the trees. They have to be. They grew them. Humans and immortals cannot live together in peace, at least not forever. The peace we have with the Summer Court is unnatural. That's my opinion.
Yeah, interesting opinion. Summer
You
Court?
might call it a Fae nation, one of two united factions that rule their kind. The Summer Court are not exactly allies, but they do let us be, most of the time. It's the other Fae, the Winter Court, that has spawned the dreaded Tuatha, a vicious clan of killers who wish to defeat and enslave all mortals.
The Crystal War?
Are you playing a trick on me? I would hope so. We're going on 10 years of the mortals and the Tuatha locked in a deadly embrace. Normally, I'd decry the bloodshed, but this is a conflict that we cannot afford to lose.
Some interesting farming techniques going on back there. Tuatha?
I'd never seen one of them until a day or so ago. It appears that a small group of warriors ventured inland to strike behind our lines. Believe the stories, friend. The Tuatha were mad. They have been touched by a dark magic. They are wholly corrupted, and they are the enemy.
Mm-hmm. And the Wounded
I
Maiden?
don't know if you noticed, but St. Ordwig's mission closed its gate moments before that Fae's body turned up on the road. I don't like what that suggests. Not at all.
I don't think I could have noticed because I wasn't in the town until after she was already on the ground.
The brothers of St. Ordwig's are an odd sort, scurrying back and forth across the mission like squirrels gathering nuts. I wonder what goes on behind those closed doors.
Okay. Let's not stand on the Wounded Maiden's face.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this.
What happened here?
It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds.
Who attacked the girl?
It's difficult to say. We've been plagued by the Red Legion for days, but it's not their way to go after the Fae in the area. They like their targets mortal. In case you haven't heard, there have been some Tuatha sighting in the woods to the west, so that's also a possibility. It's unlikely, though.
I'd like to help.
Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I'm a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back where we started.
Who are the Red Legion?
I've seen many bandit clans in the Crystal War and back home. But these men are a particular breed. They like their victims weak and bloody. The Red Legion has been a presence in the area for several weeks now. Our people are scared to show their faces after dark.
Okay. And the Fae?
I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Goreheart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing.
I'm sort of acquainted with someone who does actual scholarly work. It's like their doctoral thesis is I don't know if they're on a doctoral path. They've already got their masters, I think. And they do a lot of translation of old scrolls and such. That they actually study the old Celtic thing. The whole Fae thing, Summer Court, Winter Court, is very, very recent. He's like, I brought it up to him one time. He's like, this is way after the stuff I'm studying. It's more Victorian. So all the stuff we know about fairies and all that is kind of made up is kind of folklore from like 200, 300 years ago, maybe 400. Yeah, fairy queen back, Spencer, Shakespeare. But the like the Tuatha De Danann are basically just people who happen to be immortal and follow professions to the point that their profession becomes magic. Like, I think one of the examples was a cupbearer who is such a good cupbearer that he can control all the water in the rivers and the oceans. It's kind of weird. Okay, what about the Tuatha?
I don't know what the Tuatha will be doing this far from the front lines. It must be something vital to their interests. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests.
Court of Summer?
Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. They are led by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth.
Okay.
I'm the Warden of Goreheart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been Warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I'm a disgrace.
You have a confidence issue. This is why wardens exist, I would imagine. You're supposed to deal with this. The fact that it happens doesn't make you a disgrace. But your response is not encouraging.
We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days. Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Goreheart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams.
And last bit.
She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye now.
And we're going to go ahead and my timer did go off during that, but we're going to go in here. We're going to buy from you. We'll talk to you in the next video, which
Welcome
won't be
to
now.
Goreheart, the last settlement before the Feylands. How can I fill your pack today?
That's weird, because sometimes you talk to someone and say, this is the center of the Feylands. This is the heart of the Feylands. Or you talk to someone else and say, this is like this person, this is the last bit before the Feylands. You want to keep that because it's fire. Sell that. I think sell that. Anything else we got that we can sell? Doesn't look... We could sell some of these things. These look like... oof. Those are things you would put in. I don't think we want to sell those. We could sell some of the crafting material, but I don't really want to. Let's see. Any... Could buy a leather hood. Compare. Block 6 damage. The birch buckler is pretty much the same. Leather leggings. Okay, we got better than that. Leather armor. Much better. So I think we want the leather armor. And the leather hood. And I think we will want that. We will want that. Okay.
Goodbye.
There we go. Cool. No visible difference.
Care to part with some gold?
Not so much. And let's look at the buy thing again, see if there's any better... $37 and $37. Not enough.
Goodbye.
Okay. We don't want to.
Care to part with some gold? Goodbye.
Oh, no,
Care to
no.
part with some gold?
Okay. Got 0 out of that. Oh well, got rid of it. Going to sell 1. There we go. And there we go.
Come see me.
Yep, exactly the same
Again.
look.
Yes. What do you need?
I need to sell these boots for 0.
Goodbye.
Okay. Great.
This is so much.
And we'll talk to you next time. For now, goodbye. We got our hood, we got all our gear up. Let's leave looking at what that gives us. Plus critical hit damage, plus critical hit damage, plus critical hit damage, critical hit damage, critical hit damage. So 5, 10, 15, 27. It's 35% increase to critical hit damage. Okay, cool. Talk to y'all later. Bye. And we got freckles on our shoulders. We're a freckled Doc Alfar. Talk to you later. Bye.